I'm Loéva. I'm a freelance artist and an art student. So today I'm doing a Q&A and answering some questions and sharing my experiences and what I've learnt as a freelance artist. So hopefully this video is helpful to you in some way or answers a question that you might have been curious about. I'm going to be working on this painting as I talk. It's a reimagining of a painting that I just made, and I also have some very exciting news to share at the end of the video, so let's get started. So before I get into questions and topics like money and exposure, I'll tell you a little bit more about the painting I'm working on. This is a self-portrait and I suppose a reimagining of the last painting I just made called Manifestations of Ourselves. That was inspired by a short film by Tim Walker titled The Muse. It's about a photographer and a mermaid in a tank, presumably his prisoner. Yeah, something about that short film just really stuck with me and I was sort of obsessed for a while, I guess. Even after finishing this massive painting based off this short film, I'm still not sick of the concept, or the imagery, or the subjects, so I decided to explore some more. I really wanted to try another painting, but with a different composition and a different tone, and a different art style as well. So, I've kind of organised questions and talking points and subjects into sections, so hopefully that's organised and easy to navigate, and I don't know if I can put chapters in the video, but there will be title screens, so if you want you can jump to whatever section applies to you best. My name is Loéva, I'm 19 years old and I'm a freelance artist and an art student. I mainly work with traditional art, painting and illustration work and stuff like that, and I also do some animation and other digital work. In terms of what mediums I use for painting, I mainly use oil paints, and at the moment I'm doing some watercolour as well for illustration, but I try to have a go at different mediums and keep experimenting. I've been asked a few times now what first inspired me to start making art, but really, ever since I was a child, drawing and making stuff has always been the most natural thing, as it is for most people, I suppose, and I just kept chasing that. I don't think I've ever imagined myself doing anything other than art. I just wouldn't be myself without it. I have got to say though, when I was young, How to Train Your Dragon had a huge impact on my drawing when I first watched it. I drew so many dragons after seeing that film. I really did improve at drawing since I just drew them all the time. And actually films and animated movies have actually inspired me a lot throughout the years and have impacted what and how I drew from when I was really young all the way to now. Here are a few that impacted me strongly, and if you have extra time, I do recommend you give some of these a watch. Now on to money and income and how I am currently making money from art and freelance work. I am in a very low pressure situation. I live with my parents and, if I'm not making a steady income, it's fine, I won't starve. So I have a lot of room to explore what my passions are and develop my skills and work towards goals without that extreme pressure to just make money. At the moment, I have a couple sources of income. My main source of income is illustration and animation work for a language company. I sometimes do other work for them, like research as well. I do this work from home, which really works great for me. I make my own hours and I can balance it with art school and my own projects and YouTube and stuff like that. And I am really grateful to have this freedom. Occasionally, I make some income from commissions and painting sales. Lately, I have managed to sell a couple paintings, which is amazing. But to be honest, that doesn't happen much. So when it does, I'm really happy. I used to occasionally sell some things like stickers on an Etsy shop. I have taken that down now, but I've got some work up in a cafe and I've got prints and stickers for sale, so hopefully a few people will like those. I'm really trying to get my art out there as much as possible to hopefully keep doing what I love and share it with the people who care. Social media has been amazing for sharing my art and for starting to find my audience. And lucky for me, I actually really enjoy filming and editing content, so I definitely want to continue finding my little art family this way. Exhibitions, competitions, and events are also great ways to get your art out there and get involved and challenge yourself. Taking every opportunity and taking part in anything you can is never a bad thing, and just going to different places and asking around could get you some great opportunities. And all of this, of course, is great for networking and building connections and getting more involved in your art community.
Sweetheart? SNL?
Networking and making connections really is such a great way to keep informed on what's going on and to get opportunities, and of course putting yourself out there more increases the chances of finding clients who like your work. Even just attending exhibitions and events continues to expand your network, which is always a great thing. I have quite a few videos on my channel about art school, so this section will be answering some common questions I've gotten about my experiences with art school, the negative aspects and frustrations, and the positive aspects as well. My experience with art school has been very split, to be honest. I've had some amazing experiences where I feel like my skills and my perspective on art has changed drastically and has improved. At the same time, I've also been really disappointed with a lot of my art classes, both in art practice and art theory. That could also really just depend on the school. Sometimes just doing a couple short art courses outside of uni has actually benefited me a lot more than parts of my actual degree. I suppose many people wonder if an art degree is even worth it. And there have definitely been times for me where I have felt like I just could have taught myself the content of a course, and I felt like it was a waste of time and money. But there have also been some amazing perks that I can't ignore. One of the big ones for me is access to facilities. I've gotten the opportunity to try a bunch of stuff that I never would have had the opportunity to try otherwise, like printmaking and lino work, ceramics and sculpture, jewelry, glasswork, and of course you have the opportunity to meet some great people with similar passions to you. I just think honestly I've had such varied experiences with art schools, and I'm only in my first degree. I suppose there will always be bad classes and teachers, but there are so many great and exciting things out there to help improve your skills, and my goal would be to go out there and find them. I do think I have improved a lot, and I'm proud of where I am now and of the skills I have developed and the opportunities that I've found. I'm very happy with where my painting has been going lately, and I feel like I've really challenged myself, though I still have lots to improve on. I suppose now is a good time to share the big exciting news. I'm moving to Italy in a month. That's so soon, oh my god. I'm going to live with my grandparents in Milan, and I'm going to study at an art university for a year. That's the plan anyway. I have to do an entrance exam in September. I do speak Italian, though it's pretty rusty, and I've been studying art history and theory to prepare myself, but it's definitely very intimidating to be going to the other side of the world without even knowing if I'll get in. I live in Australia at the moment, but worst case scenario, even if I don't pass, I'll stay for 6 months and do some short courses. So either way, it's happening and it's going to be amazing. I'm so excited to be studying art in a place with such rich art history and culture, and to be fully immersed in Italian culture and language again. I'm excited to see and visit family. They're all in Europe, and I'm excited to travel and see some new places. I'm sure I'll make lots of videos while I'm there. Let me know if vlogs and personal videos sound interesting to you. I think I'll really enjoy documenting my adventures and editing some cool videos. I really hope to improve my traditional art skills while I'm there, painting and drawing, photography, sculpture, stuff like that, since they are a traditional art school, I guess. I'm going to hopefully keep doing some animation work as well, so I want to keep improving my skills there too. But apart from that, who knows? I'll take every opportunity I can to just experience life and be spontaneous and have fun, and I guess I'll see you along the way.